Hi there, in this video I'm going to take you through how you can use the rich content editor in Canvas. This allows you to format, add images, videos, that sort of thing to discussion posts or pages that you might create in Canvas. So this is the rich content editor. It contains a selection of tools along the top two rows. It has a box here that can be used to enter your text and add content to. You can use the little triangle to the bottom right to actually resize this box if you wish. When you are making one of these, the post reply is what shows up when you're responding to a discussion board post. If you were creating a page, the option would be to save. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to paste some dummy text in, and this will just help you with the formatting. So I can select this text. You've got basic formatting options here, so you've got bold, italics, underline. If I wish, I can actually remove all of that in one go by coming up to clear formatting. And that removes any formatting that's on the text. Again, selecting that text, I can add text colour if I wish. Select the colour there. And if I wanted to, I can even put a background like highlighted colour if you select a colour from that. Again, selecting that, clear formatting to clear it. Something I would advise using is the paragraph and header options on the right hand side. Now the headers are good for accessibility, and they're also pre-formatted to help you if you want to use a main header and then a subheader. So I could select the header. I can then maybe select the subheaders, and I could give those maybe one of the smaller options. Again, if you're using colour, you can also change the colour of the text just by coming to here. So you might have a colour scheme that you want to thread through the whole page. And that could be one way to go about doing that. Now, text could be aligned left, centre, right. If you just select the text, click the alignment options, and the text will align. There's also options to actually indent the text from the left hand side, so it's like a tab in a Word document. I can select the text and then click increase indent, and that just indents some of the text from the left hand side. If I'm not happy with that, I want to undo it and click decrease indent. There are options here to create a bullet list, so an unordered list and a numbered list. And to use those, you can just select some of the text, click on either bullet or numbered. To undo that, you can select it again and click on it again. Images can be inserted into the page. It's important that you think about where you want the image to go. If you wanted the image to actually be between the text, maybe in the centre, create some space for that to go into. If you'd prefer to have it maybe aligned to the right hand side or the left hand side, it's important you anchor the text with the cursor. So the cursor is the flashing line which indicates where you're going to enter text. So I can move that to maybe the start of a paragraph. I can come to Embed Image. I can now, there's a few different options with images. If you found a link on a website and you had a link to the image, you could paste that in here. You could search Flickr to see what images are available through Flickr. And you can also, via the Canvas option, upload an image. Now to upload an image, you'll need to click on My Files or Course Files to select a location for the image to upload to. Then click on Upload File. Now you'll have to navigate to where you saved the file, and then you can click and select Open that image. That will then upload the image to the specified folder. You might notice there's some alt text. Now alt text is text that will help improve accessibility. It may be picked up by screen readers. So you need to consider whether is this an actual image part of the page, is it adding to the content. If it's purely decorative, you can choose to tick the decorative option, and it will grey out the box for alternative text. If it's part of the page, it's important you can put a description in here of what the image is. At the bottom you may see aspect ratios. That's just the general size that the image has been uploaded with. Click update and that adds the image into the page, and you'll see that it's actually quite sizable here. The text has got a bit messed up. Left click on the image. You can use the little squares to resize that image, and if you come up here and click align left or align right, you'll see the text flows around the image. So I can click on it, click right. We can add video content to the page as well. I've created a little space just to add this into for now. You can choose any video from the web, and then you could use what's called embed code to then come here, use insert edit media and paste the embed code here. So for instance, if I've got a video, I can come to the share aspect of the video, and clicking on that you will see there's an embed option, and you can actually select that text, copy it, then come back to your page again and paste that here. And that's embed code, and clicking OK will insert that video into the page. Alternatively, you can use the YouTube option. So click YouTube. You would now enter the search term and press return, and you'll see that any similar results will appear. If you've copied and pasted the title of the video into here, it's likely that the video will come up very close to the top. You can then select the embed option and choose a size to add the video in. This one I'll choose medium, and you'll see the video is embedded into that page. If I click to the space on the right hand side, I can then click align center, and that moves that into the middle of the page. So another feature that you might want to use is the hyperlink feature. So this would allow you to create a link to any other website or journal or article. So for instance, if you were talking about a particular topic, you might want to allow the reader to find out more information about that topic by creating a link to that source. So to do that, you'd go to the website that you want to use and you would copy the URL, and that's the link to the website or to the document or the journal article. You can then come back here and select some text, come up to link to URL, and you can paste the URL in here. So if I paste the link in, click insert link, and now you'll see that actually the text has gone blue, and when you put your cursor over it there's an underline to it. That just means that once you've saved or posted the page, clicking on this will take you through to that link, that URL. So I've gone through a few different aspects of formatting the page, adding multimedia and adding links. But one thing I might recommend to you is just using tables. Tables can help you to format the page a little bit close to how you may want it to look. So you see, for instance, this image, if you wanted to put a reference underneath the image, you just can't really do that right now. But if I use tables, this feature here, I can use a table with maybe one column and 2 rows. I can actually click on the image. Now I could use my keyboard and press Control and X, or Control and V. So Control and X cuts, Control and V pastes it again. Or I can just select it and drag it into that box. You'll now see that this is aligned to the right hand side of the table, and there's a little space underneath to add some text. You can actually resize the table now, so that it's directly around the size of the image. You can add some reference text here, maybe a link. If you wish, you can resize that or colour it, that sort of thing, to make it stand out a little bit. You can then click back into the table, come to table properties, and then you can align the table. And like the images, if I align this left or right, the text will flow around it. So if I choose left and I'll click OK, you now see that the text is around that. What I'd recommend when using the tables, if I click into there and come to properties, is to remove the border. And you can, if you wish, do things like add cell padding. So if you wanted a bit of space around the table or between the text, you can add padding or spacing. Add 10 to that and OK. You can now see it's a little bit clearer and a bit more tidied up. Now if I post that reply, you can see the page is starting to take shape. There's some formatting there. We've got a link which goes through to another site. There's some image with some reference text. There's a video, unordered lists, and at the bottom, if you wish, you can add your reference list, that sort of thing.